was 12 years old. My mom had just started trusting me enough to leave me home alone, so this had to be when I was 12. We live in a peaceful and ordinarily safe little town. Quiet streets, spacious yards, friendly neighbors, and a charming little village with a bunch of shops and restaurants. It really is not a place where you need to look over your shoulder at night if you're walking alone or anything like that. It just feels safe, which is part of the reason my parents trusted me home alone at such a young age. I still live with my parents today in the same house. The night in question, it was a weekend. My parents were leaving me home alone for the night. When we were really little, my grandparents would watch my older sister and I, but since my sister wasn't home for whatever reason, and since I was kind of old enough to be left alone at that age, my parents decided to just trust me by myself. My parents had us young, so they've always been a bit more active in the sense that they'd often travel or go out on the weekends with their friends. They left me some money for pizza for dinner. It was the ideal night for a 12 or 13-year-old. House to myself, video games all night, and pizza for dinner. I used to be obsessed with James Bond video games when I was a kid, so I was playing some game called Nightfire for like my third playthrough on my PS2. After I finished the game again, I decided to order the pizza. There was a pizza place right by our house called Gianni's. It's been closed for years now, but it was one of my family's go-to pizzerias. I ordered a regular pie. At the age of 12, I could easily eat 3 slices by myself. My mom told me to wrap the leftover slices in tinfoil and put them in the fridge. I switched out discs for another video game in the meantime while I waited for the pizza, and when the doorbell finally rang, I hurried downstairs with the $20 bill my parents left me. My mom told me to tip $4. The pizza place was like 3 blocks away, so honestly, it wasn't a bad tip, especially for the time. The delivery driver was some 30-something-year-old looking guy, though he looked a little rough. Like he had a really long and gross beard. He also wore glasses and was wearing a black trucker's hat. I gave him the 20 and asked for the specific change. As he handed me the box and counted the change, he looked up at me and then looked past me into the house and said, "You alone here?" I knew it was an odd, creepy question, and my parents taught me well about being wary of strangers. I said my parents are on their way home. A stupid answer in retrospect. I could have just said no, but I knew he was asking because first of all there were no cars in the driveway, and the fact that a kid was accepting the pizza at the door instead of an adult. After he handed me the change, I closed the door. I ate in the kitchen, probably had 3 slices and then wrapped up the rest of them and put them in the fridge. I went back upstairs and played my other James Bond PS2 game, Agent Under Fire. I liked this one less than Nightfire, but it was still good. Hours go by of me playing. It was probably 11 o'clock when the doorbell rang. Naturally, thinking it was my parents, I rushed downstairs to the door. I said through the door, "Mom? Dad?" But an unfamiliar voice on the other side said, "Hey, I need help." They said they need to use a phone. I said, "Who is this?" And he repeated that he just needs to use a phone. I didn't want to peek through the window because, quite honestly, I was scared. I decided to go upstairs and ignore it. I knew from common sense alone that opening that door would be a horrible, horrible idea. I was walking up the stairs, which are directly in front of the front door, when the man outside banged on the door, and I heard him say, "Wait, please, I need help." What that meant was that he saw me. He was watching through the glass at the top of the door. I turned around, and though it was dark on the front porch, I could still see the outline of the man's head. Though I couldn't see his eyes, it was obvious that he was staring back at me. I ran upstairs and ran to my parents' room. The only house phone that was upstairs was in my parents' room, so I went to the phone immediately and called my mom's cell phone number. I didn't memorize my dad's number at that age. My mom picked up the phone, likely under the influence of a few glasses of wine, and then I told her that there's someone at the door asking to come in. This comment likely sobered her up instantly, as I remember her tone shifted dramatically, and she sounded much louder and more concerned. She asked me a few questions. Firstly, if I had answered the man or at all made him aware that I was home, and I told the truth and said yes. I asked who it was. My mom's tone grew more and more concerned. She asked me if for any reason someone knew I was there by myself, and I immediately thought of the pizza guy. I told her that the pizza guy asked if I were here alone, and around this time, the doorbell rang 2 more times. I told my mom in a panic, expressing that the guy would not leave. My mom told me to stay put in their room and keep the bedroom door locked. She said they were calling the police. My mom kept me on the line with her on her phone while they called the police using my dad's phone. They had to leave the restaurant they were in to go outside to better be able to communicate. It was a summer night. The windows were all cracked open to let some air into the house. And through my parents' window, I heard the gate on one side of the house leading to the backyard opening. It opened in a very discreet, gentle-sounding way. I told this to my mom, and she kept telling me to just stay quiet, stay in their room, and keep the lights off. I said quietly into the phone, "What if he tries getting in through the den window?" My mom would tell me to just stop talking and wait for the police. She would continue talking into the phone, feeding me updates from the police and their ETA, reminding me also to not talk. I was starting to calm down just a bit when I heard the unmistakable sound of footsteps downstairs. Footsteps of someone inside the house, wandering around. I whispered this in a panic to my mom, and I heard her scream something into the other phone to the police. Probably something along the lines of, "The man is inside the house, hurry up." My mom told me to hide under the bed and wait there. For my 12-year-old self, it was the most horrific, unreal moment of my life. The only thing keeping me feeling relatively protected was the tiny little lock on my parents' bedroom door. I heard footsteps coming up the stairs. The stairs are by my sister and I's bedroom down the hall. My parents' bedroom is further down. The footsteps faded for a few moments, I'm assuming as the intruder went into our bedrooms, searching. My mom told me the police would force their way in and to not move until they were inside. I heard the footsteps in the hallway coming down this way until they got to the bedroom door, and then they tried pressing down the doorknob only to find it locked. They tried a few times, as if that would somehow magically unlock the door. Then there was a light knocking on the door, but the person on the other side didn't speak a word. They tried the doorknob one more time before I heard the footsteps walk back down the hallway, then down the stairs, and they faded away deeper into the house. I did my best not to burst out into tears the entire time. I didn't even whisper anything into the phone because I was too scared to make the slightest sound. My mom finally told me the police were there, but to still stay put. I was expecting to hear them kick down the door, but instead, I just rather suddenly heard multiple heavy footsteps and a man shouting my name, identifying himself as a police officer. I heard them coming up the stairs, and my mom gave me permission to answer them and unlock the door. There were 2 officers upstairs when I opened the door, and then 2 more downstairs. They didn't have to kick down the front door because the back door was left completely ajar. The back sliding window was also slid completely open, which was the obvious original entry point. I had to talk with the police and tell them everything that happened, including my suspicion of the pizza guy, with my parents listening in on the phone. They were en route home, and by the time they got back, there were only 2 police officers still at the house. With the police report including a note of the pizza guy, they said they'd do their investigation. My parents brought me to Gianni's Pizzeria the next night and asked me to point the guy out if I saw him. When I didn't see him, they asked the manager which employee matched the description of the delivery guy I described. He said that would be Phil, who was currently out doing a delivery. After explaining the whole scenario, he said there's no way that would be Phil and asked us to leave the premises. Long story short, my parents made a big scene in the pizzeria, and they said they would never give them our business again. We went to the car and waited in the parking lot. We waited for almost an hour, and when he never showed up, we left. My parents thought it was because the manager called or texted the employee, which caused him not to show back up, but who knows? My parents contacted a few lawyers who ultimately didn't take the case due to a lack of solid evidence, stating it would be a waste of time, basically. Ultimately, we never did go back to that pizzeria, and it wasn't for a long while after that that my parents felt safe leaving me home alone again, simply because of this incident. Ultimately, I do think it was the pizza guy, or at least someone associated with him, because who else would have known that I was home alone that night? When I was a teenager, my parents and I moved from California to a secluded area in North Idaho. My parents had just retired and built their dream home deep in the backcountry. We had no neighbors in sight, just forest. Endless, dense forest that backed right up to national parkland and paper mill logging grounds. The house was massive, 2 stories, a gym, a full bar and pool room, and a legit movie theater set up in the basement. It felt like the kind of house people dream of. Remote, quiet, perfect. Or so it seemed. I was dating my high school girlfriend at the time. One night, while my parents were out on a date downtown, I invited her over to hang out and watch a movie. We were completely alone. I cracked open a beer. I was underage, but figured no one would care, and we headed down to the movie room to watch Gladiator. Everything started out normal, but somewhere around the midpoint of the movie, maybe close to midnight, something switched in me. Out of nowhere, I was overwhelmed with this fight or flight feeling. It was like my body sensed something my brain couldn't see. My heart was pounding, and I kept glancing at the uncovered windows behind us that looked out into the pitch-black woods. I didn't want to freak out my girlfriend, so I kept it to myself. In fact, things got a little heated between us during the movie. But the whole time, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched. I didn't know from where, but I knew. After the movie ended, I walked her upstairs and out to her car. The house was dead quiet again. She drove off, and I turned to go back inside, when I remembered I'd left the bar, pool room, and movie room lights on. So I went back downstairs. I turned off the lights in the movie room first, then paused. My eyes drifted to the large window that looked into the backyard, and that's when I saw him. Man, he looked homeless. Wild hair, filthy clothes, but what froze me in place was his expression. He had the biggest, creepiest smile I've ever seen, with wide, staring eyes that looked absolutely deranged. And in his hand was a knife. He was gently tapping it on the glass over and over. At first, I thought I was hallucinating. I slowly backed away and went to the bar room to shut off the rest of the lights. That room has a sliding glass door that also faces the woods. I flipped the switch and watched in horror as the man calmly walked from the window to the door, still smiling, still staring. At this point, we were less than a foot apart, just the glass between us. He didn't try to get in. He didn't move at all. He just watched me. I went upstairs without a word. Right then, my parents were walking through the door. I told them I think I need to go to the psych ward or something. I swear, I just saw a guy with a knife watching me outside. My mom went pale. My dad's eyes narrowed, and without a word, he went to the gun safe, grabbed his rifle, and stormed out to check the property. I asked my mom what was going on, and she said there have been a few break-ins in the area. A guy wandering through the woods trying to get into homes. The description you gave matches exactly. The police were called, but they didn't find anything. No signs of entry, no footprints, just cold black woods. That should have been the end of it, but it wasn't. That night, as I tried to sleep, I could hear a light tapping sound beneath me. My bedroom was on the 2nd floor, directly above the movie room. It sounded like metal gently tapping glass. I tried to convince myself it was nothing. The tapping lasted for hours. This happened night after night for weeks. Sometimes it would stop. Sometimes I'd wake up at 3 a.m. and hear it faintly again. I even thought I heard footsteps on the roof one night. I checked the windows, but I never saw anyone. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being stalked, watched. Then winter came. My parents had to go out of town for a few days, but they were still nervous about what had happened. Before they left, they gave me a shotgun just in case. We also had a big Rottweiler, sweetest dog you'd ever meet and totally silent, unless something was really there. One night while I was home alone, I heard slow, crunching footsteps in the snow outside, heavy and deliberate. The dog stood up, ears perked, and began growling low and deep at the front door. Then barking, ferocious, loud, and non-stop. He only ever did that when he saw something real. I stayed silent. I didn't want whoever was out there to know I was home. I didn't move. Then came the knock. Slow, hollow, and taunting. I didn't answer. I slept with the shotgun next to me that night. Door locked, blinds drawn, dog at my feet. The next morning, I went outside and saw something that made my stomach drop. Footprints. Fresh human footprints circled the entire house. They stopped at every single window, like someone was trying to look in, searching for me. I followed the prints around the property, and they eventually led into the forest. I followed them maybe half a mile before they started to zigzag, veer off, loop back, like whoever made them was trying to throw me off their trail. I turned back. Something told me it was a bad idea to keep going. That night, the tapping came back, louder this time. I knew it was him. I unlocked my door, grabbed my shotgun, and stepped onto the second-story deck. I flipped on the fog lights that illuminated the backyard. There he was. Same man, same smile, and same dead eyes. He was holding the knife again, staring directly at me like he could see through me. I raised the shotgun and shouted, "If you don't leave, I'll put one right through you." He didn't move or flinch, just stared unblinking, grinning. I fired a warning shot into the air, and that finally got a reaction. He staggered a bit, then slowly backed into the woods, still facing me. That's when I decided to unleash the dog. I sprinted downstairs, threw open the sliding door, and let him loose. He bolted into the forest like a black missile, barking and snarling. I'd never seen him that aggressive. He had a shock collar, so he couldn't go far, but I like to think he chased that guy off for good, because after that night, I never saw him again. This happened in March of 2022 during spring break. I was in my second year of college. My friends and I, 6 of us total, decided to rent a cabin out in South Carolina for a few days, just to get away from everything. No school, no stress, no phones. It was supposed to be one of those quiet trips where you drink too much, play music too loud, and maybe make some memories you'll laugh about later. There were 4 of us guys, me, Matt, Chris, and Tyler, and 2 girls, Jess and Sarah. We'd all been close since freshman year. The cabin we picked was stupid cheap for its size. 2 stories, a wraparound porch, 2 bathrooms, and listed as being on private land near a lake. It was way out there, no towns for miles, surrounded by forest. The guy who owned it had a thick accent and seemed kind of off when we talked to him on the phone. All he said was, "Just don't go wandering too deep into the woods. Some old stuff back there. Wells, busted fences, snakes. You don't want to get turned around." We laughed about it, thought he was just trying to add some spooky southern charm to the trip. But when we got there, it wasn't funny. The drive took forever. GPS gave out an hour before we arrived. The last part of the road was just dirt and gravel, barely wide enough for 1 car. Trees got thicker the closer we got. When we finally saw the cabin, we all kind of went quiet. It didn't look like the pictures. It was older and dirtier. The windows were dusty, and a few of the shutters were hanging off by the hinges. There was this faint smell outside, like old garbage and wet wood. We brushed it off and made jokes, said it just added character. We unloaded, claimed rooms, and started drinking by 7 p.m. The first night was fun. We grilled outside, cranked music from a Bluetooth speaker, and played some card games. By 11, it got cold, so we moved inside. That's when I noticed how dark the woods were. I don't mean just nighttime dark. I mean complete blackness. The porch lights barely lit up more than a few feet, and the trees were so dense it felt like they were pressing in from all sides. No bugs, no wind, just total, heavy silence. We ended up crashing around 2 a.m. I had one of the rooms on the ground floor, right next to the kitchen. Small and just a bed and a window facing the woods. At around 4:15, I woke up. No reason, just wide awake like someone had poked me. I laid there for a second, heart beating fast. Then I heard it. Tap, tap, tap. I thought it was the heater at first, but then it repeated. Steady, non-metallic, non-mechanical. It sounded like fingers. I looked at the window, and there was a man standing there. He was pressed up against the glass, face almost touching it. Pale skin, wild hair, no shirt, just staring in. His mouth hung slightly open like he was breathing through it. His eyes were wide. He didn't blink. He didn't move. He just stood there and tapped, soft and slow, like he was trying to tease me. I felt like my body locked up. Then the tapping got a little faster. I whispered for Matt, who was sleeping on the couch outside my room. I said his name again, louder. He woke up groggy and asked what I wanted. I just pointed. He looked over, saw the man, and immediately jumped up, knocking over the coffee table. That must have scared the guy off, because by the time Matt turned the porch light on and ran outside, he was gone. We all got up. The girls were terrified. Tyler tried to convince everyone it was just some drunk local messing with us. Chris said maybe it was a hunter who got lost, but I knew it was that guy watching me. He wasn't lost. We blocked the doors, moved the couch in front of the big living room window, and took turns staying awake for a few hours. Nothing else happened that night. The next morning, we went outside. There were footprints, bare human footprints circling the entire cabin. They stopped at every window, every single one, even the little one above the upstairs shower. That should have been it. We should have left, but we didn't. We were dumb and stubborn, and we stayed. Night 2 started the same. Drinks, music, fire pit, but the energy was different. Everyone kept glancing at the woods. Jess didn't drink, and Chris kept his hunting knife on his belt. When we finally went inside, we locked every window and double-checked the doors. Around 3:30 a.m., Matt went to the kitchen for water. He stopped in the hallway and called my name. I got up and saw him standing there, pointing. There was someone in the kitchen, the man from before, but this time he was inside, naked. His back was to us, covered in long, raw-looking scratches. He was standing in front of the fridge, staring at it like he didn't know what it was. He made this slow, swaying motion, like he was rocking on his feet. Matt didn't speak. He just backed up. We all gathered silently at the hallway entrance. I had a pocket knife. Sarah had the fire poker. Chris grabbed one of the chair legs he'd snapped earlier, trying to be funny. We turned on the light, and the man was gone. The back door was wide open, but it wasn't broken. It wasn't forced. It was just open. We left 20 minutes later. No one argued. We packed only the basics, wallets, keys, phones, and drove through the woods until we had enough signal to call the sheriff. When we met the deputy at a diner off the highway, he didn't look surprised at all. He asked if anyone was hurt, then said, "Yeah, we've had some trouble with folks squatting up in those woods. Not always right in the head." We tried to explain it wasn't just some homeless guy. This man watched us, came back 2 nights in a row, and had a key or somehow got inside. The deputy just nodded like he'd heard it before. When we mentioned the owner, his face almost implied that he knew the guy. The listing disappeared a few days later, completely wiped from every rental site. We never got answers, never got a call. We never even got our deposit back. But that face, the way he looked at me through the window, I still see it sometimes when I wake up at night. We don't talk about that trip much anymore. But as far as I know, none of us have been back to South Carolina since.
This is a simple traffic stop for speeding, but given the suspect's reaction, deputies now know they are hiding something, and finding out won't be easy.
You're gonna get dog bit! You're gonna get dog bit!
It's around 1 a.m. on February 13th, 2024. When this Rock County Sheriff's deputy notices a white Camry speeding at 36 miles per hour in a 25-mile-per-hour zone in the village of Orfordville, Wisconsin. But as the deputy initiates a traffic stop, he doesn't realize this is only the beginning of chaos he doesn't yet see coming. At this time, deputies have also been advised to remain on high alert due to a sharp rise in crime, especially vehicle thefts and burglaries in the area. Because of this, deputies patrolling the area are not willing to take any chances, even on the slightest suspicion.
At least I had it at 36 and 25.
11 over.
It's a white Camry occupied 3 or 4 times. Hello.
How you doing?
Deputy Cliff of the Sheriff's Office. Reason for context, night speed, 36 and 25. You got your driver's license on you?
Yeah.
Alright. Is it a rental car?
Yeah.
Alright, you got a rental agreement on you? There we go. Where we coming from tonight?
Madison?
Madison? Looks like you're past your return date on your thing. It says Monday, February 12th.
No, this might not be. Yeah.
Is that the old one? Because it picked it up on the 9th and returned it on the 12th?
Yeah, there's a new piece of paper on that.
You can, you probably can't call them right now.
No, they're usually closed. What's your new return date?
It was because I had an insurance claim.
Gotcha.
So they're keeping it until my car was fixed.
Gotcha. You said you're calling from Madison. Where are you headed to?
Below.
Below. What? Okay. All right, sit tight.
Suspect driving the car is 26-year-old Kevin, and as the deputy runs an inquiry on his identity, the expired car rental will become the least of his concerns.
Rental agreement expired at 10:30 p.m. last night. Can't find the new one. Claims are coming from Madison. It's where the rental is out of anyway.
Do they all ID themselves or no?
No.
They refuse?
No, haven't gotten that far. Driver's on paper for a bunch of fleeing and then receiving stolen property, 5,000 over. I'm going through his DOC rules now.
That, you should have a curfew.
I'm thinking, I thought I saw one in here. He's got like 40 DOC rules.
Did he give you the rental agreement?
Yeah, it was from the 9th to the 12th.
For his name?
Yeah, must remain inside your approved residence between the hours of 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. So yeah, he's outside of his curfew by 4 hours.
And he's a driver?
Yeah. Backseat fucking full.
Have you ID'd everyone or no?
No. No, there is 3. Hey, Kevin, can you step out for me?
Why do you step out for?
I'm just gonna talk to you at the back of the car here.
Wouldn't it just be a regular ticket or something?
I'm asking you to step out of the car.
Yeah, I'm asking why. What's the reason?
None of them, these guys are going to be cooperative.
Kevin, can you step out of the vehicle from me?
4246, vehicle's taking off, southbound towards Beloit. I'm going to immediately request spikes by Beloit.
Southbound towards Beloit, requesting spikes from Beloit.
402, I am in pursuit, speed 75 miles an hour, southbound towards Beloit. Roads are dry, vehicles occupied 5 times. Weather is clear.
Thankfully, there's no traffic, but that doesn't deter Kevin from driving dangerously, putting the lives of his friends in the car at risk as he desperately tries to flee the deputies, who are now requesting ways to slow him down.
Requesting pit if we slow down enough before Beloit.
I want, with it just being us two and them having 5 people, I want spikes first. We are past Haithman, approaching Pinnacle Grove, still southbound 100 miles an hour. Still 100 miles an hour, about to pass Pinnacle Grove. All back to Cliff. What was the driver wearing?
Believe it's going to be a darker sweatshirt. Driver has shoulder to a little lower, thick dreads.
Copy that, 90 miles an hour, still southbound, passing Laird and Kettle.
Back right passenger is going to be a heavier set male, black, darker sweatshirt, wearing a black do-rag.
The other male in the passenger seat is 23-year-old Deshaun, whom the deputy had observed slouching in his seat and avoiding eye contact during the traffic stop. By now, he already suspects all 5 occupants in the car are involved in something sus. But even when their method to stop them is successful, he is not prepared for the lengths some of them are willing to go just to avoid getting caught.
Fixed out there or no?
Too late, we're past them. 87 miles an hour passing Newark. Suspect probably at Frederick. 103.
6 speed deployed, 6 speed deployed. Got a hit on him.
With 2 of the tires busted, deputies believe the chase is nearing its end, but they couldn't be more wrong.
All back, am I good for hit, slower speeds?
Stand by right now, stand by. I want another Beloit unit with us. Sorry. Where do we have other Beloit units at? With them having 5 people, I don't want to pit this vehicle in case they all bail. With just us 2. We're about to go south on 4th.
Able on 6, you got a unit.
Copy, southbound on 4th at Merrill. Cliff, let's go and pit.
Going westbound Merrill.
Flip Merrill! You're gonna get dog bit! You're gonna get dog bit! Get on the ground! Get the f*** on the ground!
Go! Rail park, one at gunpoint. Hands behind your back, now! One went that way, one went towards Tilly's. In the ground, I got you on good point. Don't you f***ing move. Don't you f***ing move. 4246, I got one at gunpoint. I'm going to be 100% honest. I have no idea where I'm at. Yeah, I got a second male. He's cooperative. Are you driving? Roll on your stomach. Roll on your stomach. Can you breathe? Why are you running, bro? Why'd you guys not run? No, I'm scared. You guys good here, buddy? Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right, let's go. We're good.
402 driver in custody.
You injured? You good, boss? All right, sit up. Put one of your knees. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Up.
Man, you're making me run. I'm a supervisor, dog. I don't do this shit. Put your hands out back behind you. I'm not gonna with you, all right? You're good. I get you're scared. I'm scared too, man. People don't run if they're not doing dumb. You know what I mean?
What's this guy?
God, prisoner, why are you doing this to yourself, dude? That's stupid.
I think I'm gonna go back.
Realistically, all you got is misdemeanor charges. All right? No weapons or guns on you? Roll on your side?
4246, just to confirm, there's 2 males and 3 females, correct?
Yeah, 10-4. Stand up for me.
You got him?
Yeah.
You guys got the driver.
I think the sergeant's alone with 3 at gunpoint.
Okay, and Beloit just said they have a male. You got a male. And Linder has 3 females.
How many males in the car? Yeah, it should be everybody. I'm walking my guy out.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, you're good, brother. Are you okay? I kind of threw you into the fence. You good?
Just a few
Shut up, you wouldn't have had a charge.
For real?
Yeah, now you're going to jail.
For real?
Yeah. You're the passenger, man. You can't control what a driver's doing.
Damn, man.
Yeah, you fucked up. Now you got me all out of fucking breath. You're all out of breath.
I got a driver in the back with me.
Perfect.
Good job, Sarge.
It didn't take much. He's as out of shape as I am. We got to get to the gym, big dog.
Man, I ain't signed up for none of this, man.
I didn't sign up for this either. That's why I promoted, sit in my car and do nothing. You guys got lucky. I just took my dog in to get his teeth done. One of you guys better got bitten up.
While Kevin and Deshaun both run for their lives, the three women in the car stay behind, choosing to wait for the deputies. And the story they eventually share is something quite different from what deputies had suspected about them all along.
I'm glad you guys stopped them. I was so scared.
It was probably terrifying, sister.
It was so
You don't got any bomb creates, nothing, right?
No.
Okay. You're going to go with Officer Bourne, okay?
Back this way. Back over this way.
I'm a
Alright, you go ahead and take a seat for me. Look, so
There's a dog in here?
there's no dog in here.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and hop in there for me. Nope, no dog in
I
here.
was gonna say, don't put me in nowhere with no dog, please.
What do you need? What do you...
Oxygen. Dude, I caught that guy. He's all the way up in the park. Told the driver to step out of the car over and over, Bill.
Yeah.
He's like, why? It's just a ticket. I'm like, dude, step out of the car. Looks at me.
Okay, catch your breath, man. This is DL. Yep, Kevin.
Yeah, that's...
Okay.
He gave me his driver's license before he ran.
Alright, I'm gonna go run them.
Let me check with all back, but I don't think we're charging females or anything unless they're on paper or something.
Yep, I'll run.
I didn't count it. Back right passenger had like $500, $600, $700 on him. Yeah, big old wad. Getting in a foot chase with all that behind me threatening the dog. I'm like, we don't have a dog. We don't have a dog. Bro, he's lying.
With both Kevin and Deshaun in custody, deputies begin speaking with the three female passengers to understand what led to this chaotic chase. But they soon realize that the reason may have very little to do with them.
Dude, what happened tonight?
We met them at the bar and we just was going with them.
Did any three of you know those dudes?
No. No, I've seen them before.
Okay, where have you seen him at? Okay.
We don't even know them for real. We were kind of just hanging out. We were drinking at first. I guess when you...
Did they tell you where they were going? No?
We were just drinking.
Did you know like Beloit or like
Well,
the
yeah,
general?
I knew we was going Beloit, but I didn't know where we was going in Beloit.
Gotcha. Did they tell you what you guys were going to do or?
Just go kick it.
Okay. Have you ever met those guys before? No?
But he said he had to pick something up.
Okay.
The one that was driving.
Okay, yep. Did he ever tell you what he had to stop and get?
Mm-hmm.
No? Okay.
But he had his GPS on, so he like knew where he was going.
Okay.
But I don't know what he was gonna get. I told him he was speeding. I saw the sheriff. Was it you, the one that he went past?
No, it wasn't.
I told him, I said, you're gonna get pulled over for speeding. You're going 40 and a 25. And he was like, man, I got my license, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. Sure enough, we got behind him.
When I first pulled you guys over in Orfordville, did they say anything to you?
They just, we just sat in the car. And he pulled over. I was like, okay, everything's cool. He's showing you guys his license. I'm like, okay, he got his together, you know? Then when he came back, that's when he started acting like he didn't want to get out of the car.
Okay.
And I was like, what the f***? I don't know, I guess he made the decision to leave.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Did he say anything while he was running?
No. And he pulled off, and I was like, you need to let me out. And then he was telling us, like, the one in the back was like, go faster, or whatever.
Okay.
And I was like, your safety matters more than anything. I said, even if you're trying to get away from the police, I said, my life matters. If you don't care about yours, mine does. So slow the down, let me out or something. I just told them to stop the cars. I said, we're not running. We didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So we're going to stay here. And you guys do what you're going to do because
Yeah.
this doesn't have no proof.
Okay.
And then I told them, I said, when you guys kept throwing the spikes, I kept telling them, like, you might as well just get out. Not like get out and run, but like stop the car. You might as well get out. There's no point because the next step is going to be probably crashing, and I do not want to crash.
Did you say he was gonna run on foot or anything when he stopped? Okay.
I just told him you might as well stop the car. Should have been stopped it. We were like yelling at him the whole time.
Okay.
But at the same time, I didn't want to like put too much pressure because I didn't want to die. So I like kind of was chill about it.
Okay.
And then my friend tried to stop the car because it was still going right here, and then we just got out and the lady pulled up and told us to get on the ground.
Okay. So they didn't really say anything while they were running. They were just booking it. Right. And then they obviously stopped the car here. He didn't put it in dry or put it in park. So then
my friend behind me, Kia,
gotcha.
She put it in park.
Kiatra leaned over and threw it in park.
Yeah,
and then that's when I came up.
And then we just waited for the lady to come.
Okay. So you don't know these guys at all?
No.
Okay. Well, you had a hell of an experience.
My friend was sleeping. And did you see her sleeping?
I honestly just woke up. Honestly, I don't even get out the house.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was a hell of a night out for you.
This is my first time ever even being in a situation like
yeah.
My homie died from speeding super fast, so I was telling him, like, slow down, because, like, you're risking all of our lives.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's super dangerous.
Yeah, and all three of us, we both have kids.
Right.
So, like, you know, and
yeah. Well, maybe.
That's what we get for going.
Yeah, maybe. Next time we're not going to leave the bar with random dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, how about I'll take you out of cuffs. You're good to go.
Just so you know, he is on paper. He is past his curfew. So that's why.
Curfew?
So.
Wow, he's bold.
I got a kid to get home to. I don't even play like that.
And I think I have, unless it's in my pocket, I have some cash in the car.
Okay.
It'd be like $50, I think.
We'll have to figure the cash thing out here in a few minutes. I think your other friend's actually already calling for a ride. She's right over.
Yeah, I just don't want to lose out on anything. I know a lot of stuff could be like evidence and whatnot, but I can tell you the exact amount in cash.
Dude, do you know where that $50 was at?
It's in either the glove department or on the floor.
Let's make some better choices with our friends.
Hey man, can I have your hat off for me?
But even when Kevin and Deshaun refused to speak with deputies about the chase, they managed to find enough evidence in the car to know exactly why they ran.
That's a car I found probably like an ounce.
Where'd you find that
the
at?
driver's seat or the passenger seat.
Underneath the passenger seat?
And Creed was saying he couldn't get to it from the front. So it had to have been my
I'm gonna charge you with then.
Back right?
Yeah. I haven't counted it, but it's
stack.
A stack.
Well, they said there's 2 phones that I took and some money.
I've got one phone.
Yeah, we'll take all 3 phones.
Well, I'm assuming they were going to pick something up because my chick said that they were going to get something. That's what the driver said.
Probably McDonald's.
Yeah.
They just passed it at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, totally was.
Deputies find a total of $541 in cash, 2 phones, as well as a green leafy substance in the car, weighing 39.73 grams that test positive for THC. Ultimately, Kevin was charged with vehicle fleeing eluding an officer, second-degree recklessly endangering safety, misdemeanor resisting obstructing an officer. He also received over $950 in traffic citations and was later released on a $2,500 cash bond. Eventually, he was found guilty of fleeing eluding an officer, resisting obstructing, and all the traffic citations. The remaining charge was dismissed. Ultimately, he was sentenced to 18 months in state prison, followed by 2 years of extended supervision, while one of the passengers, Deshaun, was charged with felony, possession of THC, second offense, misdemeanor, obstructing an officer. He was released on a $500 signature bond. Eventually, he was found guilty of both counts and was sentenced to 90 days in jail. Don't just watch, represent. Visit codebluecam.com to grab hoodies, shirts, hats, mugs, and more. Every item helps support the channel and keep stories like this coming your way. On October 15th, 2022, officers were on foot patrol when they observed a male subject standing in front of a bar in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Police were familiar with the male from prior contacts and knew he had a suspended driving status, as well as a bond condition to not be in any bars or taverns. The male was identified as 27-year-old Larry Baldwin Jr. As the officers were near Larry's vehicle, they observed him get into the driver's seat and leave.
Running off the apartment building and was caught by like 3.
Allie, stop that Buick. No lights out on 3rd, it's Larry driving.
Larry appeared to be traveling at a high rate of speed without any lights on. When a traffic stop was initiated, he pulled over briefly, but then took off rapidly.
3rd and Cameron, Wisconsin, Adam King Frank, 5827. Adam King Frank, 5827. The vehicle's taken off, southbound on 3rd.
Due to safety concerns, the officer decided not to pursue him. 4 days later, police observed a vehicle commonly driven by Larry in an alley. Upon approach, the officers noticed Larry in the driver's seat, and he quickly put the car in gear, again fleeing at a high rate of speed.
7th and Main. Stop! 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 Stop right now! Stop! He's leaving out the alley on 7.
Good call, though. We just missed him. He didn't see us at all.
No.
I knew he was going to go pull the car door, so I had to jump in the car. And
Another felony fleeing.
Yep.
Another 4 days later, police were dispatched to a bar for trouble with a party call. As officers arrived, they saw several people screaming and yelling outside. They also recognized Larry, and another male began walking away.
Arrest me.
What for?
I don't know. Ask the guy who's recording me for no reason.
No. You're standing out in public.
For what though? What are you walking towards him for?
Videos and
Officer Graves. Why are you walking towards him? Like I'm the one who was talking, not them.
I'm not Officer Graves.
Due to Larry having pending felony charges from the last few weeks, they approached him.
Come talk to me for a second. We got a call here at the Old South about you guys yelling at someone and...
I'm not yelling at nobody. I'm not in my business.
Okay. Larry, I gotta talk to you, man.
That's not even my name, bro.
Come over here right now. You're being detained.
What?
You're being detained.
For what?
I gotta talk to you.
For what, bro?
Come here. Come here. Stop, you're gonna get tased. Get on the ground. Get tased. Hey. Get on the ground now. Stop now. Just means running off the 5th, white shirt, black pants.
As the officers pursued him on foot, Larry ran back to his vehicle and got into the driver's seat.
Stop. Stop, Larry.
Hey, come on, do it.
Stop!
Hey, do it. Stop.
He has nothing to do with the situation. Why are you guys targeting him? Can you answer that for me comfortably? Can any of you answer that? Why are you targeting him?
No.
He does not have. You guys have solved that. He has no warrants. He has nothing. Why the are you guys attacking him? I'm the reason you guys got called because he was recording me.
He has
Okay,
felony
nothing to
charges.
do with that. What the is wrong with you guys? Arrest me, please. Because what the is that? I'm just saying. What the yo?
Sounds like he had warrants.
He didn't though.
We have felony charges on him.
For what?
I don't know.
Multiple incidents.
What? For what?
truck.
Okay, now it is.
Safety.
No, answer what? Can you? Okay, please. I'm not trying to be a psycho. I'm just saying. Can you guys please tell me why you attacked that male? Out of all this situation, you guys come here and you attack him for what?
We're not going to talk to you.
You're not? For what?
75 status.
You're not going to talk to me? Why? How can you not answer that?
We have charges on him.
You guys literally got called because that guy was recording me. Me. Are you guys serious?
People can record in public. People record us all the time.
Okay,
It's not a crime to
you
record.
call the cops and you attack him. For what? That is wrong. That is wrong. Right there.
Or just him?
The one that's
Just him? Are you looking for anyone else besides him? Okay. Do we need to talk to Bill or no?
I haven't talked to him yet.
That is
I'm gonna call him.
Guess he got away this time. I don't know what her problem is.
I just pulled up.
Listen, man, because you got people talking right here.
Yeah.
Dude started saying this.
Yep. We heard that's why we were here. Is he was recording, so she called us.
He was recording people. Recording.
Yep.
That's one. That's a violation.
35 where you went.
It's not though.
But at the same time, you're violating somebody's privacy. Recording.
But you're out in a public space.
Yeah.
There's no law against that. There's no law
I
against
understand
it.
that.
So we couldn't do anything about it. We could just tell him stop.
When they asked him to stop, kept on.
Because she was screaming. It's
No,
her own fault.
first it was like this, normal.
I mean, she's taken something that wasn't a big deal, turning it into a huge deal. So, but Larry's got a bunch of charges. So that officer tried to arrest him, and he obviously got away.
Moments later, his vehicle was located unoccupied and crashed. Witnesses stated they saw a male flee from the car.
Yeah, what happened?
We were in our apartment down there and we heard squealing. We were about to leave to go hiking and we saw this car.
Someone might have been passed out or
So we were like, there might be a medical emergency,
Okay.
and we just walked over there showing
Yeah, this car just took off from a fight down there at Old Style Inn, so obviously he crashed into this thing here.
Yeah, we just heard the crash.
Thought someone was passed out or something.
He's gone? No one, you guys didn't see him take off?
No, we didn't see anybody take off.
39, he crashed down here. He's gone on foot somewhere.
I was getting gas and I heard somebody squealing, so I don't know if he came out of here or what, and I looked up and he hit the pole.
Yeah.
And then he took off.
Running that way?
Was a colored guy.
Yeah.
6 foot.
Was he wearing all black or?
White shirt. And
A white
black,
shirt?
Yeah. He tried to take off with it and it just revved up and he couldn't move it.
Yeah,
So,
there's tires are toast on it.
you know,
He saw him crash into this pole here, and then he just took off running. White shirt.
Front this way.
Yeah.
Just a white shirt now.
White shirt, I think. Yeah, that's what he said. It's running. It's open, so it's search. It's abandoned vehicle. Oh, there's blood on there. Seriously.
So he took off this way?
Yeah, he went running northbound.
Just pulling in. Just got some little day trade action, and I heard taser deployed, and I said, that's not good at 8 o'clock on a Sunday.
Towards through the lot of one at Wells Fargo, possibly.
You must have been following the mail.
Yeah, you see the marks here.
Yeah. So Larry Baldwin's driving this?
Allegedly. He smoked his tires, what happened. Here's a chunk of his rim.
Caught up, he's holding on to him, trying to get him to the ground, and I just about had him, and he got loose. So I pulled out the taser, tried to tase him. He tased at the same time. We missed him. It hit his shirt. His shirt was
I think
just
I got
hanging.
one
prong in. Yeah. Okay. And then we had him again, and I was coming up, and I tripped in the tomato plants. Took a digger.
Yeah.
Then he gets in the car. Then he got in the car.
And he started, and I was like,
Yeah. Because at that time, neither one of us had a cartridge.
Almost a month later, La Crosse police were informed that Larry had been arrested by Wisconsin State Patrol in Monroe County on his warrant. He was then extradited back to La Crosse County Jail.
Yeah, we can take him in the interview room if he wants to talk to us, but yeah.
Talk to me?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I have to read you this sheet, but we can go into the interview room and then we can go from there. So.
About what?
But we'll just.
That made me feel real uncomfortable. What's going on?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used to you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before questioning and have the lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one, a lawyer will be appointed for you without charge prior to any questioning. If you decide to answer questions at this time, you can stop at any time during the questioning. Do you understand these rights if I read them to you? Yes? I need a verbal yes, ma'am.
Wait.
Do you understand these rights if I read them to you?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Having those rights rights in mind, do you wish to answer any questions I may have for you at this time?
This is an investigation.
Yes. So I need a yes or no on that last question. Having these rights in mind, are you willing to answer any questions I have right now? This is regarding an investigation with you taken off from some of our officers.
Oh, that's not an investigation. Come on, we talk, man. Put that piece of paper. Talk. What's up?
Okay. Well, having these rights in mind, are you willing to answer any questions I have at this point?
Man, look, I know my law, all that. Who did you guys think I ran her from? It's just like fleeing. Like what do you guys want from me, bro?
Okay.
Why do you guys
all right. So right now it sounds like based on the initial reports, you've taken off from our officers 3 times that they've tried to talk with you. So
how do you guys know it's me?
And pretty recklessly because multiple officers were able to identify. Because they saw you. So.
All of these charges, what were you guys' probable cause for trying to come up to the person you saying that's me? What? Like, why? What are you guys, like, for real? You like, it's like, since I moved back out here, I'm not stupid. I know me and my dad, I dealt with my dad. I don't sell drugs. Y'all don't have to follow me. You too. I didn't seem to, like, why do y'all bother me, bro? Y'all don't have no drugs. Y'all trying to get any little thing just because y'all couldn't get my dad. Don't look at me like that. Answer, like, talk. You asking me questions. I should be able to ask you. You're a public servant. You're an agent, officer. Why y'all keep harassing me? For what? Y'all don't have on me.
Okay. Well, this is just from the other officers.
Bro, answer my question. Don't you want me to answer yours, bro? Like, come on, we grown as hell.
Okay. All right. Let's just
Exactly.
All right. Exactly. So I'm just letting you know what the charges are, Larry. So.
You don't answer you a question, bro. You don't want to answer my question back. You're supposed to be a public servant. Because I got on orange, they want to treat me different, bro.
Okay. So, all right. Yeah, it might be a. Yeah, you give us a little bit. So.
So calm and genuine, man. Of course they ask me. Close doors, then you can see with us when we get this all. They'll try to harass somebody else and they're going to get away on y'all last two.
Larry was charged with felony counts of vehicle fleeing, eluding an officer, ×3. Second-degree recklessly endangering safety, ×2. Misdemeanor counts of resisting, obstructing an officer, and bail jumping, ×3. He received several citations totaling over $2,000. Larry's attorney asked the court that he be released on a signature bond since he turned himself in voluntarily. The judge rejected the request, stating Larry showed a gross lack of respect for the community while fleeing and set his cash bond at $10,000. Head over to codebluecam.com and check out our great selection of quality-made merch that won't disappoint.
So you were in the house 2 weeks ago, welcoming Mr. and Mrs. Morgan back to the neighborhood. They just stayed there a couple of nights, they said. The weekend. Was that the last time you were there?
Yeah, that would have been it.
See, one of the problems we're having is that the front door was bashed, exactly where someone might have taken a crowbar to open it. But when we looked at it a little closer, we didn't necessarily find evidence that was forcibly opened.
Yeah, it wasn't that messed up.
I think what my partner's trying to enunciate, is that the door was splintered, but not enough where the deadbolt would have been able to have been opened. That part was still intact. I was the one who broke it when I entered. The rest of the house was locked too. So I asked the Morgans, who might have access to the property besides them, if they gave their key to anyone to look after the house when they were away. They said that no one looked after the house while they were away, but they did give their key to their neighbor, Ruth, in case they were ever locked out.
When we got off the phone, Mr. Morgan said that you had a key to his house. Is that right?
Yes. Just in case they ever got locked out, that sort of thing.
Huh, interesting. You could have mentioned that before. Kind of important information.
Didn't know you'd want to know something like that.
The house was locked when we arrived.
You don't think I had something to do with it, do you?
We're not saying that.
Good. That key is likely sitting in my bureau where I left it after I got it. I can take you there and we can check.
Yeah, we believe you.
And besides, I'm only this big. I mean, how much damage could I possibly do to that many people?
The other thing they mentioned, the Morgans, in speaking with them on the phone, is that they gave their key to various house sitters and other people to look at in the past. Only the neighbor Ruth currently has one, as far as we can tell. And of the people they've mentioned, most have either moved out of state, are deceased, or are way out of town with solid alibis. There's only one person on the list that we have yet to check off, and that's you. So please tell us, when did you last have the key to their house?
Must have been about 15 to 20 years ago. We were in our late 20s, and I looked after the place for Craig. He had just inherited the house from his grandparents. I gave the key back, though. Did that come up in your call and your sleuthing?
Okay, fair enough. We're not saying you did anything yet, to be clear, but we can check that out.
She could have made a copy, threw it out.
There's no key. Arrest me. Get a search warrant. Look in my house. There's no key.
Okay, now, we believe you. We'll still double check with Miss Morgan, but we want to ask you one more time. Was last weekend the last time that you were at the house?
I said yes.
All right. The witness just saw a female face in the window this morning. Maybe it could have been you, checking in on the break-in for the Morgans, keeping a watch on the neighborhood, that sort of thing.
No.
All right. Just interesting. An older lady, and then you.
Sounds like the house is a little more busy than we first thought. You ever spend any significant time at the house?
I've been there for social occasions, sure.
How so?
If anyone saw me around, they would know I'm friends with Mr. Morgan. I'm also an amateur photographer, and I like to take lots and lots of shots of the neighborhood.
Yes. Some people have complained, concerned someone was snooping in the area.
I'm not a snoop. He asked me to look after the house while they were away. Did you hear that?
Hear what?
That whisper again. Never mind, must be thin walls.
I mean, they're cinder blocks, but okay. Let's try to focus here.
Did you see that? It moved on its own.
What do you mean?
No, really.
I didn't see anything. Maybe I hit it with my hand or something.
Did you see it move?
I didn't, no. I was just looking at these papers.
I just saw it move on its own. I swear.
What are you even saying right now? Maybe she hit it with her hand, or the paper moved it. Maybe these days are getting to you.
I don't think so. That was not normal.
Okay, whatever.
Look, we can review the tapes.
We can. You should do that. Maybe take the rest of the day off or something.
The Black Moon. You know quite a lot more than I gave you credit for. Yes, it's important in my field, in scientific terms. It is an additional new moon in a season, a moon lit from behind in full shadow, invisible to most people on Earth.
Most people?
Yes, most people. We also call it a shadow moon.
Okay, so what's so special about this black shadow moon then?
The various stages of the moon cycle are important for many reasons. Practical uses like gardening and spell casting. Or just being when the barriers between our worlds are at their narrowest. That can have its advantages too.
And here I am doing my spell casting on Sundays during Dance Superstars. Well, anything to avoid having to watch.
I like the routines.
Yeah, there were sheets spread out. White sheets everywhere.
The kind you put on furniture to keep the dust off when you're gone for a while? Is that what it was?
I only know of little old ladies that do that. Elena's parents, the homeowners, are in their 50s though.
They've been contacted, right?
Yeah, we broke the news to them. They were pretty upset. They're coming in town now.
Did you ask about the sheets?
Not yet.
If you're trying to keep the furniture clean, you would only put them on the furniture usually. Is it possible the kids brought them from school or got them here?
I don't know. No idea where they came from. We can probably find it though.
They were burned up a little too. Must have got fire. Maybe it was whatever exploded, the bomb, or the candles. I'm surprised the whole house didn't catch fire. Must have been an eerie sight walking into that.
Red, white, and black. All over. Not much else for color in the room.
Look, honestly, I haven't been honest with you this whole time. I do remember being here in town before 15 years ago. My first festival of fire. It had a fun reputation back then.
So you had fun?
Good, clean fun?
Not exactly.
Party wasn't happening enough for you? Lit, as they say?
It wasn't that. It was my first festival of fire, so I needed to be inducted according to the people I was with. I think it was BS when I look back on it. I went to the festival, did some partying, and then went to an after party outside of town. Just went too far and didn't have a good night. That's all.
Can we get some more details?
Yeah, this definitely sounds like we'll need some more details.
Look, honestly, I haven't been honest with you this whole time. I do remember being here in town before 15 years ago. My first festival of fire. It had a fun reputation back then.
So you had fun?
Good, clean fun?
Not exactly.
Party wasn't happening enough for you? Lit, as they say?
It wasn't that. It was my first festival of fire, so I needed to be inducted according to the people I was with. I think it was BS when I look back on it. I went to the festival, did some partying, and then went to an after party outside of town. Just went too far and didn't have a good night. That's all.
Can we get some more details?
Yeah, this definitely sounds like we'll need some more details.
I do a lot for the town festival in terms of working with others. I needed some things for the festival. One of the first ones we did a long time ago, so I went to Ruth's store. Figured where better place to get items for the town's Halloween event than from the notorious Queen of Darkness herself. Somehow she managed to keep the store back open for years already, so I figured she must have something of value in there, back when the festival was small. We had the pumpkin carving tables, a hayride, and the burning of the dummy, as it was called back then, not much else. So I went to her store and I thought I could get props, decorations, there as you'd expect. It wasn't that type of place though. I was looking for stuff you'd buy at a dollar store, Halloween pop-up store nowadays. Instead it's filled with books, crystals, candles, tinctures. I thought I bought some jewelry for myself and went and bought a candle at the grocery store. Their museum cabinet was interesting though.
You're in the city council, right? What position?
Yes, I'm actually co-chair. I know you're surprised I was elected.
You ran unopposed.
Well, technically. I've been on the council for 6 years coming up.
So you're involved with the big events then?
All of them. Memorial Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, July 4th.
What's your role in the October event we just had, the Festival of Fire?
Planning, coordinating, business relations.
A Jill of all trades then. You don't seem like the festival type. All that mingling with random strangers. They just don't seem like your type of crowd. What's someone like you doing involved with an event like that?
It's one of our town's biggest events of the year. I have to be involved.
Not a big fan then. Understandable.
Like I said, it's one of the town's biggest events. All I care is for the people spend their money in our town.
A woman of principles.
I'm comfortable with my principles. Are you familiar with the principles of brevity? Why are you asking me about the festival, Jeffrey?
In all my years in the force, that night is the one night I've taken off for the past 14 years consistently. Because consistently, every night that year, our deputies are chasing down dumb kids, drunk idiots, or God knows what else. The families that do attend are attending less and less because of what it's become. I stay away though. I just have a quiet night in. And now I've got the chance to speak with the Queen of the Menace herself. I'm honored.
Looks like you know how to be humbled then. There's hope for you yet. Happy belated Halloween.
is the city council's current vision for the festival? What's it supposed to be? Because I know what it's become.
Well, we have our yearly booths. Local businesses buy spades and main for their tables and whatever they're selling. We provide our own guessing someone's weight, dunk tank, random carnival games, bobbing for apples, all the classics. Then we have the animal tent, drinking food vouchers for the bar and the restaurants, and then capping it all off with the light on the hill when it gets dark. It's a good time. You should come out. You may even enjoy it.
It's always on October 30th, right?
Yeah, the night before Halloween.
How come we don't do it on Halloween?
Just people are busy trick-or-treating or parties or whatever.
Right. And this lighting on the hill, as you call it, can you describe it for the record, its purpose, backstory, etc.?
Sure, it's a fun event when we hire local craftsmen to build a different character out of wood and hay, other plans, and then set it alight when it gets dark. Been going on for years, decades. Not sure when it started.
Has it always been in the same place?
Yep, as far as I know, around the point, overlooking the water next to the state park.
Just like Burning Man, right here in town.
So, who chooses these effigies that are burnt?
Oh yeah, we had the robotic plant Dick Cheney one year.
None of them are ever a specific person. People see who they want to see. As far as the design, I'm not sure. Maybe local craftspeople, not my area.
Your friend Ruth, do you work with her on this festival?
Ruth Forsbrand? I believe we have in the past, yeah.
You personally?
Once.
What is the city council's current vision for the festival? What's it supposed to be? Because I know what it's become.
Then we have the animal tent, drinking food vouchers for the bar and the restaurants, and then capping it all off with the light on the hill when it gets dark. It's a good time. You should come out. You may even enjoy it.
It's always on October 30th, right?
Yeah, the night before Halloween.
How come we don't do it on Halloween?
Just people are busy trick-or-treating or parties or whatever.
Right. And this lighting on the hill, as you call it, can you describe it for the record, its purpose, backstory, etc.?
Sure, it's a fun event when we hire local craftsmen to build a different character out of wood and hay, other plans, and then set it alight when it gets dark. Been going on for years. Build a different character out of craftsmen.
Purpose, backstory, etc.?
Sure, it's a fun event when we hire local craftsmen to build a different character out of wood and hay, other plans, and then set it alight when it gets dark. Been going on for years, decades. Not sure when it started.
Has it always been in the same place?
Yep, as far as I know, around the point, overlooking the water next to the state park.
Just like Burning Man, right here in town.
So, who chooses these effigies that are burnt?
Oh yeah, we had the robotic plant Dick Cheney one year.
None of them are ever a specific person. People see who they want to see. As far as the design, I'm not sure. Maybe local craftspeople, not my area.
Your friend Ruth, do you work with her on this festival?
Ruth Forsbrand? I believe we have in the past, yeah.
You personally?
Once.